Chosen one, money is coming fast. Don't panic, just receive it. You didn't stumble upon this message by chance. Something higher guided you here. The energy of wealth is accelerating in your life, and the shifts are already in motion. The universe has been silently preparing this moment for you, aligning unseen forces and bending circumstances in your favor. The pace is no longer slow or subtle, it's fast, it's bold, and it's coming straight for you. But here's the truth you must understand. What's arriving in your life is not random. It's a reflection of everything you've been energetically calling in, everything you've been preparing for, even when you didn't realize it. Before we continue, I ask you one thing. Stay with this message until the very end. Let every word sink in and charge your field. Let this not just be something you hear, but something you feel. And when you're ready, when your heart aligns with what's being said, I want you to go to the comments and write your warmest wish followed by the number 99. This number is not just symbolic, it's energetic. It sends a signal, a vibration that you are ready to receive, ready to claim, ready to open your hands and allow what has always been yours. Now let's go deeper. The message you're hearing today is not about waiting for someday. It's about being prepared for now. We are entering an energetic climate where thoughts are manifesting faster than ever. What used to take years now takes months. What used to take months now takes days. And what once seemed impossible can happen overnight. You're no longer operating in the old, sluggish world of scarcity and delays. You are now moving in a frequency of instant alignment. Your desire, your vibration, and your readiness are colliding in a perfect moment of divine timing. This is why you may feel an urgency in your spirit, a subtle but powerful sense that something is about to shift dramatically. You've felt the build-up, you've seen the signs, the repeating numbers, the synchronicities, the random blessings that showed up out of nowhere. Those weren't coincidences. They were confirmations, winks from the universe reminding you to stay steady, stay open, and stay in the flow. Because while many people panic when things move too fast, you are being instructed not to panic, but to receive. This speed is not something to fear. It's a sign that the blockages have been removed. The pipeline of abundance is no longer jammed. The river is flowing. And your only job is to stay centered and stay available. This is a new way of operating. For years, you were taught that success requires hustle, blood, sweat, and constant grinding. But you're not here to grind, you're here to align, to vibrate, to receive, and to trust. Yes, action is still required, but it's not forced. It's intuitive, it's inspired, it's graceful. And when the energy of money starts accelerating toward you, you must anchor yourself in the knowing that you are worthy of fast blessings, that you are not here to question whether it's real. You are here to receive it with certainty. You see, panic and worry disrupt the frequency of reception. If you doubt it, if you resist it, if you feel unworthy, the flow slows down. But if you expect it, if you welcome it, if you breathe deeply and remain calm, you become magnetic. You become a channel through which wealth pours, not trickles. And the more you allow without fear, the more you realize money is not just paper or numbers. It's energy, it's movement, it's a response to how you feel inside. And the moment you believe that you're ready, it responds instantly. Right now, you are being invited to enter into a different relationship with money. Not one based on fear, but one based on partnership. Money is not running from you. It's running toward you. It wants to serve your mission, fund your vision, and elevate your quality of life. But to receive it, you must first believe it. And that belief must go beyond positive thinking. It must become your inner truth. Not a hope, not a wish, but a deep, unshakable knowing that wealth is your birthright, and it's coming faster than you imagined. You've already done the hard part. You've healed. You've grown. You've let go. Now comes the easy part: receiving. This is the season where what used to feel distant now arrives quickly, where what you thought would require struggle now comes with peace, where what once seemed impossible now seems obvious. This is the season where divine reversals happen, where debts are erased, where jobs, contracts, and opportunities appear out of nowhere, where unexpected checks show up, where messages like this appear right when you need them, and not a moment too soon. So the question isn't, will the money come? The question is, will you receive it calmly? Will you allow it, or will you doubt it? Will you celebrate it, or sabotage it? The universe is not hesitating. The delivery is already in progress. Your only responsibility now is to make room, emotionally, mentally, physically, energetically. Make room for fast money. Make room for immediate overflow. Make room for the miraculous. This is not the time to question. This is the time to prepare, to declutter your mind of fear, to release the limiting beliefs that say, "It's too fast, I'm not ready." You are ready. The reason it's coming fast is because you finally stopped blocking it. You stopped resisting. You stopped begging and started believing. And the moment your belief aligned with divine timing, the energy snapped into position. You are now in receiving mode, but not just any kind of receiving. Calm, grounded, powerful receiving. Your bank account is already feeling the shift. Your opportunities are already being reordered. Conversations are being orchestrated behind the scenes. People you haven't even met yet are being positioned to bless you. You're not chasing money. You're attracting it. You're not stressing over it. You're being blessed by it. And the more you relax, the faster it comes. Because when you know something is yours, you don't panic. You prepare. You trust. You welcome it home. This is just the beginning. Everything that once felt stuck is now accelerating. The gears of your reality are turning, and not just slowly, they are spinning with momentum. The universe is not just whispering your name, it's declaring it loudly in the halls of manifestation. You are being pushed to the front of the line, not because you forced your way there, but because you've become aligned with divine flow. That flow doesn't operate on earthly logic. It runs on faith, frequency, and timing. And right now, all three have synchronized in your favor. So, if your life has suddenly started to shift rapidly, understand this: it's not chaos, it's calibration. The pieces are falling into place quickly because you no longer need the long delays of learning. You've already learned, you've already healed, you've already outgrown the older cycles that held you in loops of survival. That cycle has ended. Now you are moving in a loop of thriving, of receiving, of overflow. And just like a tree doesn't question springtime, you are being asked not to question your season of abundance. Fast doesn't mean fragile. Fast doesn't mean fleeting. What's coming quickly is coming with deep roots. This isn't temporary, it's transformational. You're not being teased by the universe. You're being trusted. Trusted with speed, with acceleration, with sudden blessings that seem to appear out of nowhere, but are actually right on time. What once took you years of begging is now being handed to you because you finally realized you didn't need to beg. You just needed to believe. Think of all the moments in your life where money came slowly, where no matter how much you worked, how hard you tried, something always seemed to block it. Those blocks weren't punishments. They were divine pauses. Lessons that shaped you into someone who could hold wealth, not just touch it. You weren't being denied. You were being developed. You were learning how to manage, how to respect, how to receive without losing yourself. Because fast money without foundation creates a fall. But fast money with preparation creates a legacy. And now you are prepared. Spiritually, mentally, energetically, you've cleared enough space to carry what's coming. You've created room in your consciousness for overflow to dwell. No longer are you fighting against the current. You've surrendered. You've aligned. And because of that, what used to be delayed is now speeding up. Life isn't punishing you with pace. It's rewarding you with readiness. It's important in this season that you don't revert to your old programming. The moment fast blessings start arriving, the ego might try to step in and whisper, "This can't be real. This is too good. It won't last." That voice is not your truth. It's your history, and your history does not define your destiny. You are not who you used to be. You are not the version of yourself that doubted every good thing. You are not the person who self-sabotaged abundance out of fear of unworthiness. That version of you has been dismantled. This new version, the awakened one, the aligned one, knows that when blessings come quickly, it's not a mistake, it's a mirror of your inner state. And your inner state is finally clear, calm, and magnetically receptive. That's why money is coming fast. That's why doors are swinging open. That's why people are saying yes without hesitation. Because the vibration you're emitting is no longer desperation, it's divinity. You've stopped panicking and started preparing. You've stopped begging and started embodying. You've stopped doubting and started declaring. And the universe responds not to your need, but to your energy. The more you rest in the truth that you are already worthy, already enough, already chosen, the faster the external begins to shift. Because energy doesn't lie, and your energy is screaming, "I'm ready now." But readiness is not about perfection. It's about permission. Have you given yourself permission to be wealthy, to be supported, to receive with grace and gratitude? Because if not, the universe will wait. Not because it's withholding from you, but because it responds to what you say yes to. And the moment you give a full-bodied yes to abundance, everything accelerates. Not gradually, immediately. Fast money does not mean you're skipping steps. It means you've already taken them internally. You've already passed the test of patience. You've already graduated from the classroom of struggle. Now, you're being handed the reward. But unlike the past, this time you won't lose it. This time you won't shrink in guilt. This time you won't push it away out of fear of what others think. This time you'll hold it with confidence. This time you'll multiply it with wisdom. This time you'll spend it with joy and intention, knowing you are the vessel through which wealth flows, not just for yourself, but for others as well. Money moves to those who are at peace with it, who are not intimidated by it, not obsessed with it, but partnered with it. Money comes fast when your heart is clean, your mind is open, and your actions are aligned. That's where you are now. That's the channel you've opened. So don't panic, don't resist, don't look back, just receive. Receive with open hands and a grounded spirit. The energy you're stepping into is not about maintaining an illusion. It's about embodying a reality where money doesn't mean struggle, where wealth doesn't mean worry. A reality where abundance is your default setting. Not because you're better than anyone, but because you finally stopped dimming your light. because you finally remembered who you are. You are not here to fear money. You are here to steward it, bless it, expand it. You are here to be an example of what aligned abundance looks like. Not flashy, not forced, but effortless, authentic, and eternal. This isn't a sprint, it's a supernatural shift. And you are in the middle of it right now. Take a breath, relax your shoulders, feel your heart beating in agreement with these words. The shift is real, the pace is increasing, the blessings are loading, and all you need to do is stay in the frequency of yes. Let's talk plainly about money. Money isn't just currency, it's not just cash, coins, or numbers in an account. Money is an extension of energy, of flow, of freedom. It's a tangible mirror of how you see yourself and your value. It's not evil, it's not greedy, it's not unspiritual, it's neutral, and it moves based on permission and alignment. That's why you can work hard for years and still feel like you're stuck, while someone else works intuitively and seems to attract it without effort. Because money doesn't just follow effort, it follows energy. And your energy has changed. Money is now responding to you differently, not because the rules of the world shifted, but because you did. You've unlearned the lies. You've uninstalled the old software that said you had to struggle to earn. You've stopped believing that you're bad with money or that you don't deserve more than enough. And in that unlearning, you've made space for something much more powerful: financial truth. Wealth is your vibration now. You're not chasing it, you're remembering it. It's not about how much you hustle, it's about how much you hold. You are holding more now, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're holding the idea of wealth without guilt. You're holding the belief that overflow is natural. You're holding the truth that money is your ally, not your enemy. And that shift alone is magnetic. Money moves toward confidence, clarity, and celebration. When you talk about it like it's normal, it comes faster. When you treat it with respect, not fear, it multiplies. When you receive it with gratitude, not shame, it sticks around. You're no longer asking for money like a beggar. You're receiving it like a co-creator. You're no longer trying to manipulate the universe into blessing you. You're allowing your frequency to invite it. You are becoming a magnet, not through control, but through ease. And here's something most people never hear. You don't have to feel bad for wanting money. Wanting money doesn't make you selfish. Wanting money doesn't make you greedy. You can want to be wealthy and be deeply spiritual. You can be financially free and still be humble, grounded, and loving. In fact, when you have more, you give more, you bless more, you impact more. Your generosity expands when your capacity expands. And right now, your capacity is growing at a rapid pace. So yes, it's okay to want luxury. It's okay to desire the best. It's okay to enjoy the softness, the ease, the comfort that money can bring. You weren't put here to just get by. You were placed here to experience life in full color, not grayscale. And that includes wealth. That includes divine deposits. That includes instant transfers into your hands. You are not limited to survival income. You are worthy of surplus, not just enough to pay bills, but enough to bless others, to invest, to rest, to dream. You're entering a chapter where sudden deposits will become the norm, where checks you didn't expect will arrive in the mail, where payments you thought were delayed will show up early, where clients, customers, or opportunities will come to you instead of you always having to go find them. That's what happens when you move out of scarcity and into sovereignty. Listen, sovereignty means you no longer put money on a pedestal. You stop worshipping it and start working with it. You don't bow to money, you partner with it. You don't shrink in its presence, you expand. You don't use it to prove your worth, you let it reflect your worth. There's a difference, and that difference is everything. Money is a tool, a beautiful, powerful, transformational tool. But it's not your identity, it's not your source, it's not your God. It's a resource, a river that flows to those who are open, clear, and intentional. And right now, you are becoming a riverbed, wide, deep, and ready to receive without fear of overflow. When you stop resisting money, it starts respecting you. When you stop speaking lack, you stop living lack. Speak wealth, breathe wealth, expect wealth. Even when the numbers haven't hit your account yet, expect it. Because your energy doesn't wait for evidence. Your spirit doesn't wait for proof. Faith is the proof. Expectation is the magnet. Declaration is the signal. This is why it's moving faster for you. You're not stuck in neutral anymore. You've shifted gears. You're in energetic acceleration mode. And what's coming isn't just a little extra cash, it's an entirely new financial paradigm, a new baseline, a new normal. Money is coming in multiple streams: passive income, inspired income, unexpected gifts, divine surprises, and every single one of them is perfectly aligned with your growth. So don't minimize what's happening. Don't write this off as hype or coincidence. This message is real. This moment is prophetic, and this wealth is personal. It's got your name on it. It's coded for your frequency. It's aligned with your prayers and your purpose. And if you receive it calmly, with grace and power, it will multiply in your hands like never before. Get ready for recurring deposits, for zero balances turning to overflow, for random, just thinking of you gifts, for the kind of money that makes you breathe deeper, not from pressure, but from peace, for opportunities that feel effortless, for investments that blossom faster than they should, for generosity that flows through you so naturally you forget what it ever felt like to lack. This is your reality now. The faster you own it, the faster it shows up. And once it shows up, don't apologize for it. Don't downplay it. Don't explain it away. Just receive it. Calmly, gratefully, completely. Because chosen one, it's not just coming anymore. It's here. Let's talk about money, but also about what matters even more than money. Yes, money is coming fast. Yes, your financial atmosphere is shifting rapidly. Yes, the blessings are being deposited, and you are stepping into overflow. But let's be very clear. Money is not the goal. Money is not the final destination. Money is the vehicle, not the victory. Because true wealth isn't just about how much is in your bank account. It's about how alive you feel when you wake up. It's about your energy, your health, your mental peace, your ability to rest and feel safe in your own body. What good is fast money if your soul is tired? What good is abundance if you don't have peace in your mind? What good is luxury if your health is falling apart behind the scenes? Let's not forget, your breath is wealth. Your body is sacred ground. Your joy is currency. Your inner peace is a mansion no amount of money can buy. Because when everything external falls away, when the accounts are empty, when the lights go off, the one thing that keeps you standing is your energy, your spirit, your well-being. This is why the money is coming now, because you finally prioritized what truly matters. You stopped chasing validation. You started nurturing your nervous system. You've made space for joy, for laughter, for quiet mornings and deep breaths. And that is what aligned you with real prosperity. Health is your foundation. Mental clarity is your compass. Emotional regulation is your superpower. And when those are in place, money simply amplifies what already exists. It doesn't create peace, it reflects it. It doesn't create joy, it enhances it. So don't be fooled by the illusion that money alone will fix everything. It won't, but it will serve you when your inner world is already thriving. This is the balance most people miss. They beg for money, but neglect their body. They chase income, but ignore their intuition. They want overflow, but still live in survival mode internally. That's not wealth. That's imbalance. And that's not your path. Your path is different. You're not just building external success. You're building internal strength. You've started taking care of yourself. Drinking water, saying no, sleeping more, moving your body, cutting ties with energy vampires, choosing peace over drama, choosing rest over burnout, choosing alignment over approval. And that self-honor is what triggered this rapid acceleration of wealth, because the universe trusts people who honor themselves. You are becoming someone who not only receives money, but keeps it, grows it, protects it, uses it to support what truly matters: health, freedom, love, purpose. You're not trying to impress people. You're trying to impact lives. You're not here to flex. You're here to feel. Feel good. Feel safe. Feel connected. That's the real reward. And yes, money is still part of it. It's the tool. It's the amplifier. It's the support system for your soul's desires. But let's be honest. You'd trade all the riches in the world for your mom's health, for your child's smile, for your own sanity, for one more day of peace. That's how you know what really matters. And that's what makes you ready for the money. Because now, you won't be consumed by it. You'll direct it. You'll manage it with wisdom. You'll use it for experiences that restore you, not drain you. You'll use it to build a sanctuary, not a performance stage. You'll use it to invest in things that fuel your life force: clean food, better doctors, beautiful rest, safe environments, nourishing relationships. You'll use it to become more you, not less. You see, the old version of you thought money would save you. The awakened version of you realizes you were already saved the moment you chose your wellness, the moment you said, "No more toxicity," the moment you began healing. That shift is what activated this financial rise, because now the money knows where it's going. It's going to someone who's grounded, someone who's grateful, someone who's deeply connected to what really matters. So yes, let the money come fast, but let the love come faster. Let the healing deepen. Let the peace settle in your bones. Let the clarity sharpen. Let the joy surprise you. Let your inner light be brighter than your outer lifestyle. Because when you're rich in spirit, rich in health, rich in love, then money becomes just one more blessing in a garden already overflowing. And that's what this is all about. You're not just becoming wealthy, you're becoming whole. And when you are whole, everything you desire chases you. By now, you may be feeling it in your body, this tingling sense of something is coming. Not from fear, not from hype, but from truth. It's real. You're not imagining it. The shift you're sensing is not a fluke. It's a frequency that's taken years to reach. A vibration you've earned through every moment of stillness, every act of letting go, every breakdown that quietly became a breakthrough. You've trained for this, chosen one. And now, the money that once avoided you is finding you with ease. But let's pause here, because this is important. When the energy of money starts moving quickly, your nervous system may want to collapse. It's not because you're ungrateful or not ready. It's because your system is adapting to a new frequency. Most people are only conditioned to receive small, scattered bits of money, just enough to survive, not enough to breathe. So when abundance starts pouring in, the subconscious mind may panic. Do I deserve this? Will it last? Am I going to mess it up? But you are not most people. You've done the inner work. And now you're being asked to stabilize your nervous system to hold the very thing you once cried for. This is what most never tell you. Receiving is a skill. It's not just about visualization or manifestation. It's about integration. Can your heart remain open when the wire transfer hits your account? Can your body stay relaxed when the opportunities come too fast to count? Can your spirit stay grounded when everyone around you starts to notice your glow up? If the answer is yes, then you're already rich. Because wealth is not just about access, it's about capacity. You're being given more now because you can handle more. Your energy no longer leaks when pressure shows up. You're no longer operating from survival mode. You're no longer spinning your wheels in fear. You've cultivated safety within. That safety is now creating wealth without. You're starting to realize that money doesn't just want to visit. It wants to live with you. It wants to rest in your home, flow through your hands, bless others through your giving, and expand the impact of your calling. You're no longer being tested. You're being trusted. But here's where you must be vigilant. The old identity will still try to sneak in. The version of you who was used to just getting by. The one who used to flinch when bills arrived. The one who assumed every gain would be followed by a loss. That version of you may try to sabotage the blessing, out of habit, not malice. But this time, you won't let it. Because now you understand, fast money is not chaos. It's clarity. It's confirmation that the path you're walking is aligned, that the frequency you're tuned into is working, that the vision you once feared was too big is now becoming your baseline. You no longer need to explain your abundance. You no longer need to tone yourself down so others feel comfortable. You no longer need to shrink your dreams to make room for other people's limitations. You are allowed to be wealthy and kind, abundant and generous, elevated and grounded. The world taught you to pick one: joy or money, health or wealth, love or power. But your soul remembers the truth. You came here to hold all of it. You came here to be the one who breaks the cycle, not just of financial poverty, but of emotional suppression, spiritual neglect, and energetic depletion. You came here to live richly, not just with stuff, but with substance. To be so full of alignment that even money becomes humbled in your presence. That's why it's arriving so quickly. Because you've stopped chasing and started embodying. The version of you who used to look outside for evidence is gone. This version looks inward. And in that stillness, that confidence, that softness, money finds you. Opportunities orbit you. Resources arrange themselves around you. You're not trying to prove anymore. You're not in performance mode. You're in presence. And that presence is magnetic. There is no resistance now, no spiritual guilt, no inner war, just receptivity, just flow, just grace. You've cleared the field, you've opened the channel, and the universe is responding like a river that's been waiting to burst free. So the next time you see a zero balance, don't panic, smile. Why? Because you know what it used to do to you. It used to shake you, paralyze you. Now, it doesn't. Now you know how temporary that number is. Now you know money moves in waves, and you are the ocean. The next time a blessing feels too fast, pause. Take a breath. Ground yourself in truth. You are not stealing from anyone. You're not taking more than you deserve. You're in alignment. And when you're in alignment, speed is expected. Acceleration is the norm. Blessings do not need to be earned through pain. They arrive through frequency. You no longer hustle for crumbs. You're seated at the table now, and there's more than enough. Let's take a deeper breath now. Beyond the numbers, beyond the wealth, beyond the deposits and the dreams, there is something ancient guiding all of this. Something holy, something sacred, something you can't quite explain with logic, but you feel it in your bones. A rhythm, a pulse, a whisper that says, you were always meant for this. This shift in your life is not just about money. It's about reconnection with yourself, with the earth, with your soul's divine blueprint. It's about healing the bond between what you need and what you deserve. It's about reawakening a part of you that remembers. You're not just a name or a number in a system. You're a creation of something infinitely powerful. And that force? It's been guiding you all along. Look at nature. The trees don't hustle. The rivers don't stress. The birds don't worry about what to wear or how they'll eat tomorrow. And yet, everything is provided. The flowers bloom at the exact right time. The tides know exactly when to rise. There is a divine intelligence woven into the fabric of the earth, and you, chosen one, are not separate from that intelligence. You are a living, breathing extension of it. And when you align with that truth, something magical happens. You begin to receive the way nature does, not from panic, not from force, but from trust, from rhythm, from surrender. Money begins to show up like sunshine, naturally, steadily, without apology, because you've stopped trying to control the outcome and started to trust the order. And at the center of that order, there's something even deeper: faith. Not religion, not fear, not rules, but faith. The kind that lives in your chest, like a warm fire. The kind your ancestors carried through storms. The kind your mother whispered into your spirit without even knowing she was passing it down. Let's speak of her now, your mother. Whether she is with you physically or has returned to the stars, her energy is part of this moment. She birthed more than your body. She birthed your resilience, your softness, your knowing. You are not just her child. You are her continuation. Every time you breathe deeper, rest harder, trust more, and rise higher, you honor the woman who made you possible. Some of you were raised by strong mothers who gave all they had, even when they had little. And some of you had to become your own mother. But no matter what form she took, the mother energy lives in you now. It lives in your nurturing heart, your ability to protect, your ability to soften and provide. That energy is not just personal, it's divine, and it is closely tied to your ability to receive. Because to receive, you must feel safe. And there is nothing in this world safer than the arms of a mother. Nothing more stabilizing than a home built with love. Nothing more healing than laughter shared around a kitchen table. These are the things that money can support, but never replace. And you know that now. That's why you'll never worship wealth. You'll walk with it, but your altar is reserved for something far greater. That something is God. Not just the name spoken in temples or books, but the presence that holds galaxies together. The source that knows your name without you ever having to say it. The silence that listens, the wind that carries, the unseen hand that kept you alive when you thought you couldn't go on. That force, call it God, source, creator, universe, it has never left you. And it's the reason money is coming now, because it knows the plans it has for you, because it trusts your heart now, because it sees the healing you've done, because it remembers the nights you cried without anyone watching. You are not alone in this. You never were. And the acceleration you're experiencing, it's not just about manifestation. It's divine timing. It's a spiritual inheritance being released after generations of waiting. You are the one in your family line who chose to break the chains, to heal what no one else would talk about, to rise, not just for yourself, but for the children who will come after you. And that's why money is coming so fast, because you're no longer chasing it with fear. You're receiving it with reverence, because now you understand. It's not about riches, it's about restoration. It's about seeing your family smile, hearing your mother laugh, giving your father peace, feeding your children food you never tasted growing up. It's about bringing joy back to the dinner table and safety back into your bones. This is sacred work. You're not just manifesting for yourself. You're shifting generations. You're building foundations. You're reclaiming a birthright that was nearly forgotten. And the earth is celebrating with you. The wind agrees. The moon nods in silence. The trees hold space, because nature recognizes a soul who's aligned, and so does God. So breathe. Feel it. Let the tears come if they do. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not a fraud. You are divinely positioned. And this is only the beginning. Take a moment. Inhale gently. Exhale fully. You've just walked through an energetic threshold. Word by word, breath by breath, you've peeled away the layers of fear, doubt, and conditioning that once stood between you and the abundance you were always meant to hold. This message wasn't just a transmission, it was a remembering, a sacred realignment, a divine recalibration of your worth, your calling, and your truth. Money is not coming fast by accident. It's not coming to tease you or test you. It's coming because you finally became the version of yourself who could receive it without losing yourself. The version who doesn't just have a vision, but embodies it. The version who walks in grace, who rests in trust, who doesn't beg anymore, because they know. You know now. You know that your value was never tied to a paycheck. You know that the energy you carry is far more potent than anything the outside world could give or take away. You know that being rich is not just about stacking wealth. It's about spreading light. This is why you were chosen. Because you're not going to hoard the blessings. You're going to circulate them. You're going to create jobs, build homes, uplift others, donate without needing applause. Surprise someone who's struggling. Invest in what heals, restores, and elevates. Not just yourself, but the world. You are a vessel of prosperity now. And you didn't get here through shortcuts. You got here through initiation, through silence, through heartbreak, through watching everything fall apart so you could rebuild it from truth. That's why what's coming will stay. Because your foundation was carved in the fire of endurance, not in the fantasy of escape. You're no longer trying to escape reality. You're building a new one where peace is normal, one where joy is sustainable, one where rest is allowed, one where you don't feel guilty for having more than enough. Because more than enough is your natural state, not because you're better, but because you're finally in alignment. You've become magnetic, calm, centered, rooted, and that version of you doesn't chase, doesn't force, doesn't panic. That version simply receives, gracefully, silently, powerfully. The days of grinding just to survive are over. Now you move differently. You walk into rooms and shift the energy. You speak and doors open. You align and money finds you. And when it finds you, it multiplies because your spirit is fertile ground. You no longer see money as the answer. You see it as a companion. And you walk together as equals. That's what energetic wealth feels like: ease, freedom, sovereignty. And don't worry if there are moments where you wobble. That's normal. That's human. You're not being called to perfection. You're being called to presence, to remain available when the miracles knock, to not shrink when the numbers grow, to hold your heart wide open even when fear tries to creep in. The universe will always send small reminders of who you used to be, not to shame you, but to honor the distance you've traveled. Every struggle was a seed. Every loss was a recalibration. Every delay was divine protection. And now you're reaping. Not just money, but peace. Not just success, but sacredness. Not just wealth, but wholeness. So as this video ends, your real journey begins. A journey into overflow, into gratitude, into grounded power, into full embodiment of everything you once hoped for. You are no longer reaching for abundance. It's reaching for you. And you're ready, not just to receive, but to rise.